I have a bold new urban policy that does the following for poor households: increases their wealth, increases their children's chance of attending and graduating college, lowers crime and poverty in their neighborhood. All this with minimal negative effects. Would you support this policy? Yes, you would? Okay, great. You're pro-gentrification. Congrats on being canceled. So many people think gentrification is bad, so can everything I just told you be true? Well, it is, and I have the receipts, and by receipts, I mean paper after paper from the economics literature. Let's start with the basics. Gentrification is middle to high income people moving into low income neighborhoods, causing rapid change. It looks like blocky apartments, unique coffee shops that are in no way unique, and elevated burger places. What else happens though? Home prices increase. So right there, we just made the existing residents who own homes way richer. That seems good. Crime goes down, poverty goes down, and in this house yard signs go up. The number of businesses increase, adding variety. Farmers markets, Pilates places, and Instagrammable pop-up installations pop up. Okay, so far, mostly good. But what about the children? Won't somebody think of the children? Yes, Brummett and Reed did think of the children. In their study, they found that existing children in gentrifying neighborhoods are more likely to attend and finish college. So we've made a bunch of existing households in these neighborhoods rich, given them less crime, more amenities, and made their children more educated with that one simple trick. So already gentrification might be worth it even if there are some negative outcomes. But wait, are there any negative outcomes? The most common concern is displacement, that rising rents drive out long-term residents. Now, instead of forming their opinion based on angry Twitter users and cliche TV shows, economists have actually looked at the data. Their strategy, in general, has been to compare gentrifying neighborhoods to similar neighborhoods that didn't gentrify. Basically, a treatment and synthetic control group. And what did the researchers find? Well, paper after paper after paper after paper after paper after paper. Hey, here's another paper. They all find basically nothing. In general, the outmoving rates between gentrifying and similar non-gentrifying neighborhoods are the same. One paper does find that gentrifying neighborhoods have slightly more outmovers. However, these outmovers don't move to worse neighborhoods or have increased commutes, so they aren't necessarily even worse off. Now, of course, there are individuals who are displaced, and it is a tragedy that someone moves away from where they want to live due to rising rents. But should we prioritize anecdotes or evidence? And the evidence is saying, on average, there's no more turnover in gentrifying neighborhoods than similar ones. A large-scale displacement effect cannot be found in the data. How is this possible? Well, we know the neighborhoods are changing. We know the hipsters and the econ nerds are moving in. Surely they're displacing people. Gentrifying neighborhoods, though, typically add housing by replacing parking lots or industrial spaces. Take my old neighborhood in LA. All these new giant apartment complexes replace things like auto shops and vacant lots. Now, it is true sometimes new housing does replace older housing, but when it does, it almost always adds units. A single-family home will become a multi-unit complex. The point is, a gentrifying neighborhood is usually adding units, not replacing them. Now, those older units do see increased rents, but the neighborhood is seeing lower crime and more amenities, so it's not like the renters are getting nothing for that increased rent. And the rent increases are often capped by law. So the neighborhood is mostly changed by people moving in, not by people moving out. But what about the mom and pop businesses, you ask? Well, economists have studied that as well. Glazer et al. Does find an increase in closures, but a net increase in businesses. So that may be bad for existing mom and pops, but also there is opportunity to open a new business and take advantage of the increased income in the neighborhood. Also in that paper, the authors find no increase in the overall price level. So residents get more variety without a price hike. Also, it should be noted, another study found no effect on displacement of existing businesses. So there's always trade-offs, but overall, we're left with all these positive effects and some small negative effects. And yet, everyone hates gentrification. Why? Well, people don't like change. My childhood home was recently sold and torn down. It devastated me, like I lost a piece of myself. It can be disorienting and destabilizing to lose that sense of place. And of course, there are cultural concerns as well, that the character of the neighborhood is lost, which is understandable. But ultimately, this is the US, a nation of immigrants. We're always moving, changing. Our culture is ever evolving. Do we really want our neighborhoods to be totally static? I definitely don't want my current neighborhood to be static. If you're a developer, come on down, get at me, build some soulless apartments, please. It would improve upon the empty buildings, massage parlors, and secret societies that populate my current street. And at a more fundamental level, what's ultimately driving gentrification? It's individual transactions, mutually beneficial exchanges. It's a poor family cashing out on a house that has 4x in value. It's a young couple buying their first townhome. It's people freely agreeing to exchange their private property. Any serious effort to stop gentrification would entail limiting the freedom to buy or sell property. And please, don't kill me. I'm just the messenger for the literature which shows gentrification is less about pushing people out and more about pulling investment and opportunity in. That's how I learned to stop worrying and love gentrification.